This is your first video for Chapter 5. In Chapter 5, we will be covering integers and the coordinate plane. We are going to start out with some vocabulary, so be sure to have your red notebook. This is all the vocabulary for Chapter 5. Today we're just going to cover four words. Copy down integer in your notebook. An integer is a positive or negative whole number. Remember to pause the video so you can get that copied down. The next one is negative integer. Where is it? A negative integer is a negative whole number. We will write these with a negative sign. A positive integer is a positive whole number. You can write positives with the plus sign. Usually we don't use the plus sign. And the last definition for today is a whole number. A number that is not a fraction, decimal, or percent. Example 1, 2, 3, ... Since we've already completed the introductory lesson to integers, turn your book to page 346. Let's go ahead and get started with some of the practice problems. On the bottom of 346, we're going to write an integer for each situation. A gain of $2 a share. Gain would be positive, so the answer would be 2. Once again, you can write plus 2, but you don't need to. 10 degrees below 0. We felt that before. Below 0, that would be negative 10. Now turn to page 347 to the bottom of the page. We're going to graph on some number lines. We are going to be using a lot of number lines. They can be either horizontal, going across, or vertical, going up and down. For the first one, C, we're going to use the horizontal number line, so we're going to graph negative 3. Negative numbers are to the left of 0. Put your point right on negative 3. 0, negative 2, make sure you go left, and finally positive 4. So that's the graph for that set. Using the vertical number line on the right side of your page, graph 8. Positive 8, positive numbers are above 0 on vertical number lines. Negative 6, negatives are below. Negative 9, got to get right in between negative 8 and negative 10. And then finally positive 5, which is in between 4 and 6. Okay, now we're on page 348. Same kind of problems. We are going to write the integer for each situation. A 15-yard gain, 15. Loss of 2 hours, like a 2-hour delay, minus 2. Number 3, we're going to graph negative 2. Notice there's no numbers on it. I'm going to put 0 in the middle. There's 1, there's 2, negative 1, negative 2, negative 2 goes right there. Negative 1, 1, and 0. Put 0 in the middle. 1, 2, negative 1, negative 2. My first one is negative 1 right there. Positive 1 is there, and 0 is there. Number 5, the data set positive 5, 0, negative 15, and positive 20 shows the number of points Delaney scored on each hand of a card game. Graph the scores. Explain the meaning of 0 in this situation. I'm going to start with 0 in the middle of my graph. Since I'm going by 5s in my data set, I'm just going to do that. 5, 10, 15, and 20. Negative 5, negative 10, negative 15, and negative 20. My first number is positive 5, goes there. 0, negative 15, and then positive 20. There are my 4 points. Now, what is the meaning of 0 in this situation? Playing a card game. She didn't lose points. She didn't gain points. She didn't score at all. Okay, so that's a quick review for lesson 1. Your assignment is on the next page. Go ahead and get started.